Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today we are going to be talking about my stay at Royal Sands in Cancun. So first of all, getting to the resort is very easy. I set up my shuttle ahead of time so I don't have to worry about trying to find like a taxi or anything once I get there. And I do that with Expedia. I use them every time I come. You go through customs, go outside, find the person holding the sign for the company that you're with. They tell you what shuttle to go to, and I always do a shared shuttle. They always try to get you to pay extra to do the private shuttle, but for me it's just not worth it. We were there so early anyways. We knew we weren't going to be able to get to our room yet, so we did the shared shuttle and it didn't take us very long to get to our resort. The check-in process was pretty quick. There wasn't really a line when we got there. We also got there, it was probably around 10 o'clock in the morning. We had a very early flight. So once we got there, we were able to go right up to the counter, check in. We weren't able to get our wristbands until noon. So that was kind of a bummer because it was a 2-hour wait for us to be able to have anything to eat or drink. I know a lot of all-inclusive places, I feel like anytime you get there, they allow you to start going to the restaurants, getting something to drink, but we weren't able to do that until noon. I mean, we were able to go to the pool if we wanted to, but if we wanted to drink even, you know, a pop, we had to wait until noon. They do have a store at the resort, so we went to the store and got a drink there and just kind of had to eat our snacks that we had brought on the plane with us. Once noon came along, we were able to go back up to the counter and get our wristbands, and were able to have full access to the restaurants, bars, everything. And then also our room was not going to be ready until 4, but we were able to somehow get a room at noon when we got our wristbands. So that was awesome. Yeah, check-in went smoothly. We just had a bit of a wait because we got there so early, which is understandable. So that will lead me on to accommodations. We had an ocean view room and we were on the 6th floor, and I believe ours was considered phase 1. There's a phase 1 and phase 2. I believe we were considered phase 1. And we were overlooking the humongous pool and then obviously the ocean. Yeah, I was very happy with our room. It was clean, it was huge. We had 2 beds, our own closet that had hangers both sides. Like it was pretty big. I liked it. I do have a room tour. If you would like to see a full tour of our room, I can link it. I don't know what side. I need to learn which side it's on. It's one of these. I think it might be here. Yeah, I'll leave a link to our room tour. And they did also have like a little kitchen area, so that was kind of cool. We had a fridge and a microwave, so we were able to take food back if we wanted to heat it back up later. We were able to do that. So I guess next we can talk about the food and drinks, which everything that we had was really good. I didn't really have any complaints. There was a big selection for the buffet. I will say most of the restaurants you need to have reservations, and if you're not a member, you can only make your reservation the morning of. So it was kind of hard to get reservations for the restaurants that we wanted to go to, and if you were able to get one, it was not very good time. So we went to the restaurant Bistro one night, and the only reservation we were able to get was 9 o'clock at night. That's my bedtime, okay? Everything was really good. We had, they have a sushi place that was really good at the Veranda Del Mar, I think the restaurant was at night. Their Caribbean shrimp, it's like coconut shrimp. Oh, so good. And their Asian night for the buffet, that was really good. What else? Ooh, the banana bread at breakfast. Delicious. One thing that I will note is anytime you want to get something to eat or drink, you have to have your room key to give them. And that was a new thing for me. I've been to a lot of all-inclusive, not restaurants, I've been to a lot of all-inclusive resorts and have never had to do that before. So that was just kind of annoying, honestly, to have to carry that around with you everywhere and always make sure you had it on you. Especially, like, I get at dinner, it's not that huge of a deal. But when you're at the pool and you're in the water, and then say you want to go up to the smoke bar, or one of the waiters comes along and you want to get something to drink, you had to have your key on you. And if you didn't have your key, then you had to get out, go out and find it. And then you also had to make sure you had your second key on you. If you had, you know, 2 room keys, always make sure you had both with you, because if the waiter had one and you kept your tab open or whatever, say you wanted to go up to the room for a minute, you're not going to want to have to flag down someone to try to get your room key back. It was a little bit of a hassle, which I understand. They have a lot of things that are upcharges there, which was another thing that was kind of annoying. Like, you always had to ask if something was an upcharge. A lot of their alcohol was, a lot of the options on the menus. So just be aware of that if you're going. That was just one thing that was kind of frustrating to me, was always having to give them my room key. And then if you couldn't find them, you're sitting there waiting around. Like, it's like you're at a restaurant waiting for, you know, your bill to come to sign a $0 bill, and you have to sign every single time, and it's such a waste of paper. And another thing, so the bars, at least the swim up bar, didn't open until 11, which is fine, but I did find it a little weird that they wouldn't let us have mimosas at breakfast. I've always seen places, even if the bar's not open at breakfast, you can usually get like a Bloody Mary or a mimosa. But every time we would ask for one, they would look at us like we were crazy. Maybe I'm the only one who thought it was strange, but I've always been at all inclusives, and you could get, you know, a mimosa with your breakfast. So next up, we can talk about the pools and the beach area. Beach area is very large. The waves in that area are pretty rough most of the time. The flags where we were red the whole time, so not a whole lot of options for swimming in the ocean, because it does get pretty rough. I mean, you can go down there and get in the water, you just can't go very far out. We did actually see somebody get rescued on one of the days we were there from the lifeguard. So yeah, just be cautious if you're going out into the ocean. It can get pretty rough, but very beautiful. The seaweed, we went at the end of April, beginning of May. The seaweed really wasn't that bad. We had heard it was pretty bad the week before we were there. Most of the week we were there, I mean, yeah, there was some here and there, but it was never really a disruption, or you couldn't smell it. It wasn't bad at all, in my opinion. Our very last day, though, it was rolling in, just brown piles everywhere. So it's just hit or miss. You never know when it's going to be like that. So like I said, our whole week was very minimal, and then the very last day there was clumps of it everywhere. You can't really control it, but they do their best to clean it up. And then the pools are great. I love the pools, especially the one in phase 1 where we were. It's huge. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger pool at any of the resorts I've ever been to. I really loved it. And then they also had on each side 2 huge swim up bars with lots of seating. So it was nice to have all that space and all that room, because I know at a lot of places the swim up bars are usually pretty small, and it's hard to get up there and get a drink or get a seat. I never had any issues getting up to any of them. They do allow the little floats so you can float around in the pool. It's very nice. Tons of room. Never felt like I was, you know, smushed or anything. And then on the other side, in what I guess would be considered phase 2, they also have, is it 2 pools? A little bit smaller. One's bigger than one's a little bit smaller. I think it's 2 pools over there. They have a swim up bar, which is a little bit smaller than the ones on the other side. And then there's also Char Hut something. I can't remember the name of the restaurant. There's a restaurant over there too. We tried to eat there one day, but there was no seats, and we didn't feel like standing around waiting for one. Also, while you are at the pool, at least on the side we were at, we didn't really spend time at the phase 2 pool. At the pool we were at, the waiters would come around. You can get your drinks right from them, and you can also order lunch from them, and they would bring it right to your chair, which was really convenient. We did that, I think, every day but one day. The food was delicious. We had fish tacos, we had chicken nachos, we had a burger one day. Everything was really good. Highly recommend. One other thing, when you check in, they give you these little flags. It's like kind of like a straw with paper on it. It's a flag. I'll insert a clip of what it looks like. They have you put them on your chairs. There's like a little hole in your chair, like the pool chairs. You stick it in, and that's how you show that your chair is taken. And it says that you can only reserve a chair for, I don't know if it's like an hour or something. And if you weren't there that amount of time, then they would take them away. I never once saw them taking anybody's stuff off a chair though, so I don't know how much they actually enforce that. But I will say, the people there get up so early. So if you want a spot, good luck. I mean, we were able to get spots, but if you want a spot, let me rephrase that. If you want a spot with an umbrella, good luck, because people go down there at 6:30 in the morning and reserve their spots. So that is one thing about this resort. Get your spot early. If you're a late riser, you can probably still find spots. You just won't have an umbrella. So if you care about an umbrella, you're gonna want to get up early. So the location of this resort, so it's right in the hotel zone of Cancun. You can take the buses up and down to wherever you want to go. If you want to go to the bars, if you want to go shopping, you can get on the bus. The bus stop is, so if you walk a little bit further down to the, what is that place called? Luxury Avenue, I think it's called. So if you go out of the resort and you turn to the right, Luxury Avenue, there's a bus stop right there. There might be one the opposite way, but I didn't look that way, so we went to the one by Luxury Avenue. There is La Isla, the shopping center, which is very close. You could actually probably walk to it if you wanted to. It'd probably get a little hot, but it is walkable. You can take the bus there too. Lots of restaurants around. Yeah, like I said, the shopping center. If you want to the bars, they're down there. Take the bus. Things to do. So if you want to do any excursions while you're there, there's tons of options. And in the lobby, they do have an area where you can go and speak with someone and set that up if you choose to do so. If it's whale shark season when you go, highly recommend. Oh, also, there is a spa. We did go and get massages. I can say they're very nice. Had a great time. Go a little early, and they do have, I think there's a sauna. You can get in the little hot tub. You can enjoy some of the amenities before your massage. We didn't know that, so we weren't prepared, but if you go, you can be prepared, unlike us. But the massage was really good. Me and my friend, we both did a Swedish massage for 50 minutes. We did have a coupon, so it was $40 per person. So I think that kind of covers everything that I wanted to talk about. We talked about the rooms, the beach, the food, the pools, the location. If there's anything that I forgot to talk about, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will answer the best that I can. I get nervous when I turn the camera on, so sometimes I forget to talk about the things I want to talk about, so I have to like write myself notes. So I may have forgot to talk about something, so please, like I said, feel free to leave me a comment and ask about anything that I may have forgot to talk about. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.